Welcome, guys, to Metallarium Pages. It's a great pleasure to talk with you about Ophiolatry, this new album, Serpent's Verdict, and more things related to the metal world in general. So we are starting by asking, how are you doing today? How is the band in the last couple years? Because this album comes from the band for more than 10 years. Because the previous album
Yeah.
was released in 2008, so too long to release this third album. So how are you doing in general?
The band had some transformations, right? Because the first formation of the members was a lot of different. Three members was choosing in uh, this new moment.
Yeah,
And
lane out have been changed, and we are three new members since the last Transmutation album.
yeah,
And the only original member is the drummer, Doggy, George Doggy. So we are working a lot for this couple years for this album, and now we are working for other new projects. So yeah, we are being very, very busy as a band.
yeah,
Hmm.
we have a
Okay.
lot of work to make this new moment to us.
Great, great. I understand for this. Okay, yes, because the band passed for a lot of transitions because the first album, Anti-Evangelic Process, is more like Brazilian death metal. Then Transmutation is more like brutal death metal. And now this Serpent's Verdict is more like death metal from with influence from US. So in this situation, so when do you decide to start writing songs from this new album? So it was during the last couple years, or how it was the process started? Because this, according to the information from the biography, this band is like completely new from 2021.
I think the new album, the first composition start 4 or 5 years ago,
Hmm.
and in the pandemic, right?
Okay.
It's right, Jaime? I don't
Yeah,
remember. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We work for the first song. We always wanted to record a new album when we come back. 4 years ago, that was our plan to record a new album. So we started with the first song. We worked, and we was not sure what to expect because, like we said, we was all new members and everything,
Mhm.
and we didn't know what the old fans will expect for this album. So we just started to write the song, and basically that is what come out. Serpent Verdict.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I understand for this one. So now, okay, and now, what is your opinion for the only for the only left original member from the band, Jorge? It is the last member of the band, and he maintains the band during a periods of time, return it. So how is your opinion for the new way of the band? Because it's completely different band now. It's not like Transmutation or anti-evangelistic process.
He really loves the song. When we start this new project, we talk a lot about the new directions, right? And when we start the compositions, we really talk about this, and we make a thing in we all want to do, right? And Dog too. Dog really want to do this too.
Yeah, Doggy is kind of like the transition. It's a route for us from the old Ophiolatry and the new Ophiolatry. So basically, he transmit all the old school, and all the new member basically have new ideas and everything, and that everything together what make Ophiolatry now.
We had a lot of influence, right? And Ophiolatry is Ophiolatry, but we are new members, and we want to make Ophiolatry and the new things too. A mix of all.
Okay, okay. So now, as I provided, as I said first, so this new album has a completely different sound. It's not like the first album or the second album, because there's a completely full lineup changes. So in this one, so how it was the process of the composition? It was it was the process of compositions or to create a new album, trying to maintain the old vibe that the Ophiolatry has, because for me this is a completely new band. It's not the old ways. It's not like anti-evangelistic. It's not a transmutation. So is there any? So how do you maintain, in some ways, the old way to compose the Ophiolatry songs, like this brutal death metal from Brazilian, and now with this new American sound?
How I said, we all have a lot of influence, different influence with other styles of music too. And when we get in the Ophiolatry, we talk about this, and we really want to make Ophiolatry. Don't lose the accents, but make something new. And the most part of the composition start with me or Diego, our bass player, and we start the compositions, write a song, really write the notes, and I start something and I send to Diego. Diego listen, make it something too, and send me back in the intercambio. Then Jaime put the lyrics, and Dog make the drummer inside. Me and Diego create first, and that was the method basically.
And like if we want to compare like example the first album anti-evangelist process is completely different as well of transmutation. So the album basically you can see the evolution from Ophiolatry. Ophiolatry is the same since 1999. Basically Ophiolatry is the same, but the first album is completely different of the second album. The second album is completely different from the third album. So basically, it's just the evolution from
Yeah.
Ophiolatry.
Mhm. Oh, okay, okay. So now talking about more about this, the process of this serpent verdict. So how it was the process to sign with Wormhole Death from the label? It was a suggestion from your side, or did you contact, or the label put in contact about this new album?
So basically, that's my part from
Yeah.
the band. So we was working with a stream music management from United States for a while, and we finished all the album completely. We finished the video clips and everything, and we was kind of looking for label for probably 5 6 months, and we have Warhol and other labels giving us an offer. So basically, we kind of see all the offers, what we got in the table, and we see Warhol was a very good offer. So we take the offer, and we are very happy to work with Warhol Records.
Yeah.
Mm. Thank you. Okay, okay, I understand for this. And now, so as you are living in Canada, Jamie, so how will be the next presentations from Ophiolatry? Because mostly of the band lives in Brazil. Now you live in Canada. So how will you figure out to promote this new album for future presentations?
So how we did the last time is I went to record and finish the composition in Brazil for 7 months. So basically, for the future, we are working now in some tour shows. So um, um, pretty much, I will go to Brazil, have like 1 or 2 months time to practice with the band together, and then we start our tour. That's basically our plan.
Yeah, and we want play around the world. the place who wants Ophiolatry playing, we will play, just like this.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay, I understand for this. Now, well, talking about more about this promotion of this new album, so what kind of plans do you have for this Serpent's Verdict? Perhaps you will you already just scheduling some tours, or perhaps you will release more videos. So, what kind of plans do you have for this?
We have one more video to be released, and I don't remember if you want another video, just one.
Yeah, we got just one video lyrics to release now. It's gonna come very soon, actually in July. And after that, we are working on tour dates. So let's see what has come out, and very soon we're gonna announce the tour days and where we're gonna start it and everything. So basically, we are just working behind the scene right now.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. So as you said it, this album was composed from, for example, the first songs. It was composed 3 or 4 years before or after of this album, or the before of this release of this album. So now perhaps you're already working on a new album at this moment because there's 4 years
yeah,
past.
Exactly.
yeah.
That's exactly what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We try to keep it a little bit secret, but I think you catch us in there. So yeah, we are working in new like us like a band. We cannot stop. We have to continue. We have to always create. We have to always bring a new idea and everything. So we cannot stop.
We have a project, and we have some uh, little things, little starts of the musicians.
Okay, okay, okay. I understand for this one. So now in this, well, now as you said it, Ophiolatry has 3 eras. For me, it has 3 eras, 3 different sounds in each album. So how will you figure out to play these 3 eras when you promote the album live? Because some people ask about the anti-evangelistics process, then other people ask about transmutation, and now the new people will request these songs for Serpent's Verdicts. So how you handle this? Because I think there is a different change of the note, different rhymes, different styles of vocals, and obviously there is a lot of things changing.
We will play the 3 albums live and other things too, because Ophiolatry had some releases in splits, in different splits with other bands, and new musics, new sounds in who uh, we don't have in other albums, just in split. We will play the song too.
Mhm.
Yeah, our set list basically is based of the whole history from Ophiolatry from the beginning. So we have uh, um, in the table on the menu since 1999. Choose one song or
Hmm.
from the album, some from the split, what is only on the split, because Ophiolatry make a lot of split as well. Apart from the 3 albums, we make a lot of split as well. So we have a lot of sound there, and of course we gonna have pretty much half from the set list is from the new album Serpent Variety. So
Hmm. Okay, okay. So now we're very close to this interview, guys, and for this, talking about a little more about this now, the death metal in general around the world. So, what's your opinion about now about the death metal, especially in Brazil? Because in some point in some parts of the Brazil has a sound like bands like Ophiolatry in with that first album, then Rebellion, Crisium, and there's a lot more. But now this kind of sound of Brazilian stuff lost with the new band, and also this Serpent's Verdicts has a different sound. So how do you see now the scene on the especially for the Brazilian scene with the sound of this well the 80s or the 90s, sorry, the 90s at the beginnings of 2000s.
Well, the death metal music is not a popular music in Brazil. It's totally underground, and we have a lot of difficulties to make death metal here. But
Mhm.
We have a scene, and we want to play to the scene. We want to consume the product of this scene,
Mhm.
and not as easy here, but we try. We do our best.
Okay, okay. And now, as you can see, there is a lot of releases by end of the week. So, no, well, let's wait. Let's talk about other kind of song. And until the moment, so this album just is like too old weeks. Yes, it's like the yeah, will be 3 weeks older in the next week. So and for this, so how it was the response from this new album, the critics, the comments, the expectation of the fans in general, how it was the reception, and how do you take a bad review, for example, for this album?
Well, on the beginning, we was kind of thinking that as well, what the people will think and what is because there's a lot of all Ophiolatry fan. But in the most important here is we artists making the music and making the something what we like to play. So we have a lot of good review from around the world. Very surprisingly, a lot of good review. We have some bad comments too. We don't care too much about those comments. Of course, every comment is accepted. Like we look and we see, and actually help us for the future to what we can do better and everything. So for us, good comment or bad comment, everything is welcome.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, I understand for this one. So now, well, and one of the last questions from this interview is more for you, Jamie, because so the band since the beginning has, and you can see, the band has since the beginning this concept of satanism or blasphemy for the name, anti-evangelistic process. Then the band with transmutation change the topic, something more like the transmutation lab, the topic of it. And now this serpent's verdict is something. So, how do you handle all these time frames or all these ideologies of the band has since the beginning? Because at the beginning, I think the band it was a like the anti-Christianity stuff. The transmutation it wasn't an anti-Christianity. There is a different kind of words. But now with this serpent verdict, I think you return to the original stuff with the anti-Christianity stuff or the Satanism stuff.
We are no like a satanic or Christian or any religion or political band. We basically we doing art and we use like the religion or anything is in a form of art. So that's what we are showing as a band using everything in, is in a form of art. And me personally, I'm no satanic. I'm no Christian. Uh, I don't believe in anything that me personally. Every member from the band have different opinion. But like I said, we basically show everything in form of art.
Hmm. Okay, okay, I understand. Well, guys, we are right to the sad moment of this interview. I hope you enjoyed this one like me. Well, this the last album is Serpent Verdict. It is mine. So and it's a great one. We put a great score in our web. So perhaps we want to add something to your Latin American fans and obviously Metalero followers.
Well, we appreciate so much for this interview, for all the fans and everyone who are listening, and thank you so much for the support.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
It's an honor to us to be here.
Mhm.
We are very happy with this album, and that's it.